So what I'm seeing is a very bright future for Web3. Not just because of the profit, but more towards people using it. Yan yung malaki kong nakikitang, and it's very bright for us.
Ayan, welcome sa inyo lahat guys in Facebook and as well as ating Discord under Board Punks of Society. Another episode, another day that we can learn more. Ayan. So your episode 37 of our Board Punks podcast featuring in future of crypto in the Philippines. Kaya excited talaga ako kung ano ang ibibigay ng ating guest for tonight na paano natin to magagamit or na way mayu-utilize. Ayan. So, syempre let's greet din ang ating mga supporters or community partners na talagang patuloy pa rin sumusuporta sa vision ng Board Punks Society. Syempre, naandyan ang Crypto Chain PH, Real Deal Guild, Gabao's Cryptocurrency Signals, Yet Supply, Eat Army Guild, CNG, NASA Esports, Sinag Esports, LPADS, SL Notify, Zfreaks Tribe, Playdex, and as well as Gemini Guild. Kaya guys, grabe, super dami din talaga ng perks bilang isang holder and alam ko naman na lahat tayo ay excited na makita at maramdaman ang card natin. It's either Premier, Azure, Gold, or yung sa Elite and as well as sa Amethyst. The greatest card na pwede nyo makuha. And syempre, napakadaming perks nun. At makikita nyo dyan sila underneath me yung mga pangalan, sample kay like say Man Barber. So yan, one of the perks bilang isang holder as well as yung 365 Fitness Glove, Anytime Fitness, and many more. Kaya guys, get your BPOS now. Ayan. Yun. So let's go for our weekly news. So grabe, from our first news from the Philippine Statistics, PSA, grabe ang inflation. From June 2022, it was only about 6.1%, but now July, grabe, it's already 6.4. And who knows kung gaano pa itataas sa mga presyo ng gastusin, bilihin. Kaya let's keep in mind that talaga yung prices in this time. So grabe talaga yung nangyayari sa Pilipinas ngayon. As well as, to be honest, dito sa Pilipinas and some parts of the world does experience these kinds of inflation. So yun, for our second naman, one of our favorite coffee places then. Grabe, Starbucks. So sabi dito, Starbucks will launch a Web3 reward program that will expand upon companies' loyalty. So isipin mo, a company like Starbucks will dive into the NFT space, like into the Web3 space, giving out value para sa ating para sa ating viewers, para sa kanilang buyers, 'di ba? So isipin mo more and more diversity in terms of sa companies establishment na gustong pasukin ang Web3. Insane talaga. And for our last and not the least, so familiar ba sa inyo yung mga domain like let's say fatal dot something, like mga website, literal website. So nabalita nung August 4, 2 days ago, na yung nfts.com domain was nabili around $15 million. Like, wow, sobrang laki. Like literal na brokered by mismo ng domainer as well as yung GoDaddy. So yun, grabe. Isipin mo, $15 million for just a domain. So, more, talagang hindi natin ine-expect kung ano yung talagang lalabas talaga mas maganda in terms of such. Pero, grabe yung mga buyers natin, ng mga brokers natin nakikita in the internet space, and as well as, ayun, talagang super dami ng mga balita. And as well. Bullish na ba ang market? Who knows? So, wag na natin patagalin pa. I'm excited for you guys to meet our guest for tonight for this episode 37. He is the CEO of Tetrix. Let us all welcome Sir Emman Navalan. Tama ba, sir? So, welcome po, sir. Ayan, welcome po.
Thank you, Fatal. No, thank you, Board Punks, for inviting us over for this 37th episode. Am I right?
Yes, 37th, yes.
37. Great. So you have been doing a lot of episodes already. Pan 37 na, and it's really fun and very excited. I'm really excited basically with whatever you guys are doing kasi I've been reading uh, about board punks I think for months before pa when I saw the sponsored ad sa Facebook if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So really excited about what you guys are doing and full support tayo dyan.
Ayun. So, let's get started na po, sir. So, Sir
Sure.
Emman, how did it all started? Parang, who is Emman Navalan?
All right. So prior to this, I really worked in a different industry and I had my own company and venture there. While I was there, syempre pagka nagtatrabaho tayo, sorry, sometimes we want to relax. So we started playing games. I was an avid gamer. So sa generation natin for sure, no? There are a lot of gamers out there, esports, stuff like that. And that's where I started to really enjoy what's happening inside the space, yung gaming space, no? You get to interact with your friends kasi kahit busy ka sa work, you can still interact somehow when you're playing games or messaging them, di ba? And while that has been the process of, that started the interest in crypto. Kasi napag-uusapan nyo sometimes, oh, ano ba nangyayari sa inyo? May alam ba kayo Bitcoin? At that time, it was way back 2016, stuff like that. And then, ako naman, oh, mukhang interesting. So, they told me about it. And I said, yes, sige. Sabi ako sa inyo, bili ako ng Bitcoin. What? So, noong panahon na yon, uso pa yung mga scams. So, nadali ako noon. No scam. So, I trusted friends na may pinagkatiwalaan ding iba. And that's how the process went. Kasi nga, not everybody was given an opportunity to open a coins account at that time. Diba? Yun pa yung alam natin. And fast forward, I still kept reading about it. And I think 2 to 3 years ago, there was an idea na naisip ko when I was reading more and more about it. So I started trading na rin back and I realized na meron tayong pwedeng improve. So because everything is new, di ba? It's nascent. So that's where we started to conceptualize what we are going to do and eventually it became Tetrix. So yun yung start.
Wow. So, since you've dived into crypto, so ano yung madalas mong pinagkakabalahan ngayon? So, what's happening in Tetrix? Let's say ganon. Yeah.
All right. So Tetrix is basically a network, but in order for us to penetrate yung gusto naming market, or basically we are targeting enterprises and people, mass adoption. So in order for us to really attack mass adoption, okay yan sa Gen Z. Let's say for example, napakadali i-educate ang Gen Z. But sometimes as you change the audience and you wanted yung mass adoption, you have to penetrate all the markets, no? Basically different age groups. And ang nakita naming pinakamaganda solution for us to get that mass adoption is to create tools, no? So we didn't focus on projects like DeFi, NFTs, and stuff like that masyado. Kasi there are a lot na marami na, and maraming mas magagaling sa amin, no? Like Board Punk, sobrang ganda ng vision, ng idea and all. So we are just here to actually equip communities like Board Punks or any other groups who wanted to start up but really don't know where to begin with, no? and of course educate them with the right equip them with the right tools. So that's where we started our very own wallet, yung Pitaka, and we also have soft launched our card, no. It's where you will store your data na Web3 na rin, Web3 enabled. So
Wow.
now people can appreciate na yung Web3. Prior to this, ang iniisip lang natin, 'di ba, assets. So aside from those tools that we are building, we're also creating a network that eventually would allow different networks of different structure, I would say, na mag-communicate din. So we're not really a network on its own, but a network that would enable networks then. So that's the big plan. But in order for us to do it, syempre, baby steps, you start with tools, di ba? See the product market fit. Tignan mo kung talaga may impact yung ginagawa, baka naman wala eh, di ba?
Tama.
So, di ba? You just don't waste other people's time, and of course, ayaw mo naman gumawa ng project that people would then just say na yeah, it's something na okay lang, 'di ba? So you wanted to create something for Filipinos. And of course, since this is a Filipino-led company, gusto natin may ma-showcase sa ibang bansa, 'di ba? Like what you guys are doing and most of the other projects that we are working with together then, 'di ba? So yeah.
Wow, ang ganda. So from the very first pa rin, talagang naka-align na sa BPOS yung gusto niyong ipakita na parang let's educate people. Bridging networks, having connections, like, and very easy access. So, to be honest, I've seen Pitaka. And ang ganda. Not gonna lie, I've watched TED Talks before yon. So, more of that. So, paano naging yung first exposure nyo in terms of cryptocurrencies?
Oh yeah, earlier parang prior to me starting no 2016, yun nga, parang ano lang, when you're playing, nakikinig ka lang. And then, yeah, may cryptocurrency. At that time, I was like enjoying myself, di ba? So, walang masyadong pinagkakabalan. I was playing, working, playing lang, ganon. Pretty much, uh, ganon yung ano, yung nangyayari. So, that was my first exposure. The next one was really, eto na, I started to educate myself. Kasi syempre natalo ka na eh, di ba? Again,
Mm.
for many of us, no, who started off, dumating yung point na kung hindi man tayo na scam, no, nawalan tayo ng pera because we were not equipped. So I
Mhm.
started equipping myself. And in the process of equipping myself, doon ako natututo. So for everybody out there who's listening, it doesn't matter kung ngayon ka nag-start, 'di ba? Or bago ka lang or matagal ka na pero hindi ka masyado sumasabay ka lang kumbaga sa trend. It doesn't matter no kung kailan ka nag-start basically. No? All you need to do is you educate and equip yourself. Tulad ng advocacy ni Board Punks, no? You join these groups, you join associations. Take time kasi most of us are in it uh, for the money. But to be honest, it's more than just the money. It's more than that. It's creating impact eh. So, yung mga gusto mag-create ng impact, sila yung gumagawa ng projects. Di ba? Yung iba naman na
Exactly.
gusto lang yung money, they are the ones trading lang. So, for sure, we're doing both. Di ba? We trade and we also are creating projects. So, it doesn't matter no kung ano mang klaseng participant ka sa Web3, but you have to educate yourself. No matter what you do, you educate yourself and equip yourself. That was my journey. I educated myself and then eventually validated kung ano man yung iniisip ko with peers who are now my partners kasi they were able to connect yung mga kulang dun sa concepts, di ba? And made it even better. So again, Web3 is all about, I would say, blockchain, all about crypto, all about communities to eh. So with that being said, you cannot thrive in this uh, ecosystem without you working with someone or interacting with someone or a community, di ba? And uh, ang kagandahan nito, everybody's helping each other. So yun yung nag-ano sa akin, nag-inspire sa akin to even push for the implementation of the project. So yan yung naging exposure ko basically.
Wow, ang galing. Kasi to be honest, kasi in terms of people that I've experienced in the past, like nakausap, when they experience loss or let's say scam, they'll just leave it be. I mean, iwan mo yan. Kasi baka mas lalo ka pang matalo because of that. But in your perspective, you turn things around, you try to learn what is that. So, in terms of that, nakita ko yung mindset, ang ganda kasi literal na you learn from your losses and turn it into experience. And that experience will create a brighter future, parang gano'n, or brighter perspective in terms of doon sa nangyari. So rather than complaining, why not try learn it? Yung
True.
hindi yung scam, but yung specific knowledge na alam mong you would benefit from it. Ang
Correct,
galing.
correct,
Galing
correct.
talaga. So,
And it
in
doesn't
terms,
matter, no, kahit ano.
oh,
Kahit
hindi
ano.
talaga it does it applies to almost everything that you
Yeah,
may experience in life.
true.
Kasi it's a stepping stone na talagang it brings together people. Katulad ng sabi nyo, in terms of community building, and as well as in terms of impact, you yourself is the impact. Parang hindi ka magkakaroon ng, let's say, ng malaking influence through other people just because nakatayo ka lang. You should need to move in order to make impact to other people. Like tulad sabi nyo, hitting two birds with one stone in terms of having these kinds of things na talagang nag-uplift yung gusto nating makamit sa buhay. Yun ang mostly na capture ko doon sa sentiment na shinare nyo kanina, Sir Emman. So, yun. In terms of sa Philippines naman, ano yung parang key points para masabi natin yung sa future of crypto in the Philippines? Ano yung insights niyo about that?
Oh, I'm seeing a very bright future sa Philippines. Right, honestly, right now, no. Grabe kasi first and foremost, yung interest ng Web3, aside from it being global, we're seeing a lot of interest and support from different sectors. When I say different sectors, meron yung mga consumers, di ba? Meron dyan mga small, medium enterprises. I think last 2 weeks ago, ang kausap ko parang sa Cebu were government uh, agencies and some business communities doon. And they're really keen to understand ano ba yung pwedeng maitulong ng technology sa kanila. So aside from that, I'm seeing a lot of communities, alliances, groups who are banding together, no, even making it solid kahit some people say crypto winter nga yung nangyayari ngayon, but people are very excited of the future. So what I'm seeing is a very bright future for Web3, not just because of the profit, but more towards people using it. Yan. Yan yung malaki kong nakikitang, and it's very bright for us. And I think with the current situation at saka yung current uh, na mga position ng mga tao, or I would say their insights about this technology, no, yung blockchain and the other technologies. Um, I think it's going to be very fast. Yung adoption natin would also be accelerated. But of course, we need the support from everybody. So not just from us, from different projects, yung mga partnerships, yung mga communities, but basically everybody be open to the thought or idea of having Web3 applied to whatever it is that they're doing. Kasi in reality, malaki ang tulong niya eh. The reason why hindi lang natin siya maintindihan or natatakot tayo, well, the term is natatakot, we are very fearful, is because we don't understand it yet. It doesn't matter kasi you would just need to educate yourself. Little by little understanding na hindi magkakapareho yung project na yan. There are distinctions, di ba? Ang iniisip natin, pare-pareho yan. Pag si ganitong project nagkaroon ng issue, for sure, yung kabila naman, ganun din. You know, those things that make us fearful, it's because of lack of education. And it's something that I really admire with communities like you. Uh, just great education. Ang dami nating ginagawa to parang we're dedicating so much of our life energy, just to educate, and it's something great. And nakakatuwa kasi yung community mo, yung community namin, yung community ng iba, basically it's not called our community at the end of the day. It's basically everybody, diba? The people around us. So, yeah.
Exactly. Kasi it's everyone who builds the project. Kasi in terms of having a community, it will uplift, it will spread wide in terms of how we interact with each other, as well as yung knowledge nga na nabibigay natin. Kasi katulad ng dati sa previous episode, nabanggit namin wisdom is power, di ba? For you to have power, you must need wisdom in terms of knowing things that na hindi mo alam. Kasi tulad ng sabi nyo, people are afraid, takot. They are fearful of what may come next. Parang they will be afraid to try things just because some project failed, di ba? Or some project did not go to the moon, parang ganon. Pero if that person will try to learn more things about the specific project or the specific things in life, they will be much more confident in terms of diving in, knowing every single bit of the thing that they are eager to learn. And mas progressive yung mangyayari kasi rather than being fearful, you tried and gained knowledge from it. Ganon.
Correct, correct.
Grabe. So yun. So for my next question naman, since the future in the Philippines is very bright, paano naman natin to matitake advantage para mas pabor sa atin bilang isang Pilipino?
All right. So I would say first and foremost, yun nga, after educating yourself, no, a lot of people around you have not experienced Web3 firsthand, for sure, no? Marami dito na experience ng yung Web3 or blockchain or cryptocurrencies dahil sa cryptos or NFTs, di ba? Because of the assets. Nothing more than that, but basically more than just the asset. I'm sorry. And most of the people do it, and basically because of the potential gains. And for many, what you should be looking forward to is actually using the technology. Kasi yung technology na to, like for example, there are a lot of news circulating around, di ba? Merong mga partnerships na nabibuild with big institutions already na Web3 projects. You know, these are what you would be looking forward to doing. Partnering with enterprises because they are already established, and this is the opportunity for you to penetrate their market with your community, no, and with your technology, with your experience, and I would say everything that you already have in Web3, maybe the metaverse or whatever it is, diba? Everybody wants to be part of it, no? But people who are well educated can take the most advantage of it. And people with great communities would greatly take advantage of these opportunities. Kasi, at the end of the day, if you have a technology and nobody else is using it, it's just that you created something pero parang nobody wants to use it. That technology wouldn't thrive. No? So, people, I would say for everybody out there listening, take advantage of educating. Isa yun, di ba? There are a lot of people educating other people who haven't entered Web3 space. Take advantage of that. That's one. After education, maybe you can find people around you who would work on a project with you. That's another thing. Diba? That's a second thing siguro. Diba? that you can take advantage of. Aside from that, connecting with other institutions like enterprises, diba? Mga businesses, government, different projects then, no? That would even bring you to greater heights. Kung ano man project yan, kahit ano yan, for sure, it will grow. Kasi there are only little projects and we cannot, honestly, kahit blockchain ang usapan, with all the current blockchains out there right now, we cannot cater to the world's data. We cannot. At pag lumabas yung newer technologies, and we need to secure it, and blockchain is the only way to secure it, diba? What a bigger problem or challenge would it be for each and every one of us? Diba? So those are the things that we can take advantage of, no? And I'd like people to concentrate more on that. Aside from, of course, you can do your trading, you can do your other stuff, no, interacting events and so on. But look into that, yung 5 years from now, no, yeah.
Ayun, grabe. Ang ganda ng insight in terms of talagang letting people to be educated of things of the unknown in terms of Web3. Grabe. So, ito naman sa mga katanungan ng mga tao na medyo downside in terms of crypto. So, anong masasabi nyo sa mga tao nagsasabing walang future dyan sa crypto, wala kang mapapala dyan. So, ano yung thoughts nyo in terms of that? Ano yung masasabi nyo sa kanila?
All right. So crypto in general, no. We would say na marami kasing bad actors din dito, no. Sa lahat naman ng klaseng technology, there are good actors and bad actors, meaning merong mga legit projects and merong mga scam projects. And again, you would have to go back to educating yourself, no. Making sure na hindi to scam, you know. You have to have I would say a list of indicators. Ako, for example, no. I'm going to share my checklist, kumbaga. These are basic checklists para sa akin, para ako mag-join or mag-participate sa project or even support any project, no? Or cryptocurrency. First, I would always look into the documentations. That's one. First, pag nagustuhan ko yung documents, okay, the second would be understanding who the people are behind, no? Before kasi ang daming anonymous eh, 'di ba? And aside from that, number 3, the community. Kasi minsan nakikita natin yun eh. Yung community niya medyo ganito, medyo ano sila hype. So again, those are points for me to be cautioned about. Pag sobrang hype to, ibig sabihin there's something na hindi ganun kaganda sa project na to. Or maybe they're operating sa marketing perspective lang. They don't have any utility. So you must understand kung ano yung mga checklist mo. Kasi sa akin, I'm more on to the long term. Hindi ako yung mga easy flips kasi I'm also busy with what I do. So hindi ko siya mababantayan. Some are yung mga high risk, 'di ba? Tapos yung mga mabibilis, yung mga trades and so on. But for people who are saying scam yung crypto, you must understand projects first. Kasi baka mamaya na-scam kayo dahil scam project talaga siya. 'Di ba? Or nagpadala lang kayo sa FOMO or nagpadala kayo sa mga peers, sa mga tao sa paligid nyo. At the end of the day, you are pressing that button. And I didn't learn this myself. May nagturo pa sa akin yan. So I as I've said, I educated myself. May mga nagsabi sa akin na before nyo pasukin yung project, understand nyo muna, ganito, due diligence, stuff like that. And make sure na before you're going to be the one pressing it. So you take full responsibility on that. No? Don't give away your assets to anybody and expect them to give it back to you 10 times the amount, 20 times the amount, or even twice the amount. No? Lahat ng mga ganon, alam na natin in our day-to-day lives eh. 'Di ba? Isipin mo na lang, hindi mo nga kilala yan. O kaya nakasalamuha mo sa labas, hindi mo kilala. Tapos sinabihan ka, madodoble ko yung pera mo. It's the same thing eh. Ginawa lang digital yun eh. 'Di ba? So, dodoblein ko yung pera mo, times 10, ganito, ganyan. So, you have to be skeptical about it. You have to think twice. And before you press, you have to make sure na lahat pasok sa checklist mo. Pag may isang hindi, tapos feeling mo parang I'm left out, no? Again, remind yourself bakit ka may checklist, right? So that way, maalala mo, okay, kaya pala ako nagkaroon ng checklist kasi na-scam na ako before. Like for example, what happened to me? Na-scam na ako before. So I have this checklist. Hindi pwedeng maulit to kasi nakakaya naman, di ba? Hindi pa ako natuto. So I would say for all of the people saying na yung cryptocurrency is not gonna grow, is a scam, or whatever it is, it depends on the utility. At syempre, kung okay sa iyo yun, like for example, yung iba, okay sa meme coins. Kasi for them, it's all about the community. It's all about enjoying the coin with your friends. Ganyan. So, may mga ganun eh. But at the end of the day, it's you pressing the button. The buy button, the sell button. Diba? So, make sure na pasok siya sa appetite mo. And at the same time, if not, educate yourself first. Yan.
Yun, tama. To be honest, katulad sabi ko kanina, learn from your experiences, yung mga losses natin. And number one key talaga is education. Number one is education. Tapos, actually, matagal na kasabihan na siya eh. Think before you click, di ba? Very common yan sa atin. Click lang ng click. Pag nag-click sa internet, makikiklick na rin kayo just because it's hype. Naku po, number one reason kung bakit ka or bakit tayo natatalo in terms of projects, buy and sell. Kasi you are parang pinaparamdam mo you are left out. Dapat you should know the things muna before you act upon it. Hindi basta FOMO. 'Di ba? Kasi we've experienced that before, high project, nakaka-FOMO, das biglang nung at its highest peak biglang bumaba, idadami mo na lahat ng project. All projects are scam, ganon. Parang, let's not dive into that. Sabi nga nila, your decision will hold you accountable. Don't let others be accountable for what you did and just believed in. So, every step or every decision that we make, we must be sure. Hindi lang dahil nagpadala ka lang sa emosyon mo, nagpadala ka lang sa hype, nagpadala ka lang dahil may influencer na kilala. Pero sadly, yung mga influencer minsan, hindi rin natin alam kung meron silang knowledge sa crypto. So, let's be mindful of the things na ginagawa natin sa Web3 space because this is just not a place na parang lalaro-laro ka lang kasi ang nilalaro mo dito is your investment, is your time. Use that time wisely in order for you to learn and to grow more as a person in the Web3 space and as well as in reality. Sa ating Web2 na ginagalawan. So yun guys, don't forget then guys for our Facebook watchers as well as Discord listeners, ask some question, post it on Facebook live messages or as well as sa ating podcast questions on their Discord. And we'll happy, and I know Sir Emman will be happy to answer these questions. So, would love to ask from our Discord member, from Nilio, ayan, what do you think would be the best or most contribution of crypto here in the Philippines? And a follow-up, and do you think utilizing it as a standard currency be used on the daily would be a good path for the economy of the Philippines? Ayan.
Alright, sige. First and foremost, cryptocurrencies are made for us to be able to participate, no? Yun yung reason eh. Okay, so ang prior to this, like for example sa normal trading, no, you're trading securities, yung mga shares or stocks, no? Prior to us having crypto or Web3, the only way for us to participate in these projects na malalaki na is when nandun na sila sa IPO, mahal na yung presyo, and at the same time, ang laki ng initial mo. So with Web3, yun yung nabago. You're now penetrating a market na hindi lang dito sa Pilipinas, globally pa. And at the same time, you're now able to participate as early as ginagawa pa lang yung project or concept pa lang. Yan yung power ng crypto, no? Na many people took advantage of. kaya ang lalaki ng gains nila? It's because they risk their money sa project na nagsisimula pa lang. And that's what I'm seeing yung pinakamalaking contribution ng crypto. But at the same time, we also must understand na you must understand how valuation works, how a project is taking time to develop, 'di ba? Hindi siya yung basta-basta kasi ginagawa lang. So those are few cautions, no? But aside from that, yung payment will come next eh. Once everybody is confident na, like for example, yung mga kapitbahay mo, pinag-uusapan na yung Bitcoin o kaya Ethereum, ganyan, for sure that could be one of the mode of payments na. But for as long as hindi pa nangyayari yon, hindi pa sila educated, they're still fearful, medyo mahirap. May select few, maybe establishments, tatanggapin nila kasi they're seeing na, oh, crypto, okay to kasi once they buy from me, habang mababa pa yung price nito, pag dumating yung araw na nagmahal yan, ay benefit pa. Lumaki pa yung Bitcoin ko, no? And at the same time, nakabenta pa ako ng produkto ko. Diba? And stuff like that. So, aside from that, ito, very important, nakita na rin natin. Many OFW, marami tayong OFWs, diba? Sa Pilipinas, no? Nasa ibang bansa. And ito yung isa sa pinakamalaking contributor sa GDP natin bilang bansa. And for them, imagine, kada padala nila, ang laki nung nakakat sa kanila. Minsan 8% na pinapadala nila, 5%, no? Na masakit. Masakit para sa kanila. And now dumating tong crypto. So, we are also seeing a lot of people using cryptocurrencies to send cross-border money, no, money from sa galing sa ibang bansa to their families dito using cryptocurrencies. Kasi sobrang mura eh, 'di ba? And you're seeing a lot of groups offering fiat out options, no. So now some of them are utilizing it. Syempre, some of them are still fearful, 'di ba, or testing it out. Pero you're seeing adoption from that sector, yung mga OFWs natin, right? And those are the things that I'm seeing that are really going to contribute to greater adoption. Darating yung panahon that we will be using it in our day-to-day lives. But it's still very far off. No, we need the support of the government, diba? We need to also be secure as users, diba? Certain parameters should be straightened up kasi again, there are good and bad actors. Merong pwedeng gumamit ng technology sa masama, may pwedeng gumamit ng technology sa maayos, di ba? So we have to make sure na mas maliit yung mga gumagawa ng masama, no? Mas karamihan yung gumagawa ng tama para nang sa ganun we are also secured as users. So ayan.
Exactly. Oo nga, tama. Pansin ko nga, tulad sinabi niyo about sa OFWs na utilizing crypto in terms of hassle-free transactions para lang maipadala yung kanilang, let's say, salary at parang makat ng mas konti pa yung fee. Talagang pansin mo na parang in terms of OFWs who are familiar in terms of crypto, it's much more easy and accessible in terms of them giving out their, let's say, yung tulong na kailangan ng pamilya nila here in the Philippines, which is actually great and would be another step in terms of the Philippines moving forward through crypto. So, ano pa yung napapansin niyo po na in terms of na-utilize natin bilang Pilipino yung sa crypto?
Right. So more to that, when regulations come in, ito sobrang importante. When regulations come in, no, kasi lahat naman ng bansa are working on it eh. Medyo mahirap kasi yan. Of course, iba-iba pang industry, di ba? Parang sinabi mo, dinuplicate mo yung government. Now, hindi lang yung taxes or yung laws mo dito, but you have to compare it to your neighbors, to other countries, kasi syempre maging competitive ka eh. So once we become a very competitive country in terms of Web3, more projects will come in the Philippines. So pag mas maraming projects na pumasok sa Pilipinas, money will come in, cryptocurrencies will come in, assets will come into the Philippines. And what better way is it to spend your crypto assets kundi sa physical things, no? Things that you actually feel and need. Yung mga pagkain na kinakain natin, bahay, kotse yung iba, di ba? A lot of other things. So, I'm seeing that as something that would grow ng tremendously if we are one of those na makikilala bilang crypto hubs of Southeast Asia. No, if that happens, Philippines would marami nangyari, di ba? We have one in Bataan, we have a lot already happening around communities building here, companies doing events dito sa Pilipinas na previously hindi talaga, di ba? Sobrang dami this recent because of the, I would say, because of the adoption, no, na nag-start with Axie Infinity, if uh if I may lang, di ba? Axie showed us the ecosystem, no? So now Filipinos understand it because of a game. And since ganun na nga and marami tayong nakikitang companies coming into the Philippines, tapos kung maganda yung regulations natin, we're seeing na yun yung isa pang malaking impact. Not only we will not only be served by international projects, 'di ba? Kasi yung technology nila, let's face it, it's also advanced,
Much
very
more
advanced compared to
advanced.
us, 'di ba?
Exactly.
So, comparing our projects to theirs, we may say na mas mabilis sila because they're well funded and stuff like that, 'di ba? But it doesn't mean na it will take off a huge chunk of our efforts, no? Ang ibig lang sabihin nun, we will be exposed to more projects na maganda na that we can improve. Pagandahin pa natin, 'di ba? So,
Exactly.
and even support. So, pag nangyari 'yon, we're going to see more crypto adoption, no? Crypto as asset na adoption. And a lot will be very ano na, mararamdaman nila it's secure na kasi come to think of it, no, if you are not using it day to day, like for example, prior to the pandemic we still pay cash,
Exactly.
'di ba?
They
So
did. They
think
do
of
it.
it na lahat ng digital payments ngayon ay cash. Tapos yung prior to the pandemic meron tayong nag-start yung mga digital payment options natin, like for example GCash, di ba? Now everybody is using GCash kasi sobrang convenient. Noon
It
fearful sila,
is.
di ba? Noon
Uh,
fearful sila, bakit naman GCash, nawawala yung pera ko, Globe nga yung load ko, di ba, and stuff like that. So ang dami ko
mhm.
naririnig na ganoon. But now people are using GCash day to day na, di ba? That is going to be the same din sa crypto. No? Maybe kung ano man provider yan, lahat ng provider niyan, people would now accept crypto because they're confident dahil lahat tayo gumagamit na nun. Or marami sa atin ang
Exactly.
gumagamit na nun. So, yan.
Parang it's a slow transition. So much happened in terms of paying with cash, naging digital na and stuff. And since Web3 is in the scene and it is slowly introduced then to the people, to the masses, parang they will be intrigued. Ano meron sa Web3? 'Di ba? Parang ganon. So it would not be a harsh transition but a slow transition in terms of Filipinos diving more into crypto. So parang feeling ko ganun po yung pino-point out niya, di ba? Tama.
Yes.
Sir Emman.
And more to that,
Mhm.
hindi lang yung sector na yan sa financials, hindi lang yan yung maapektuhan. Think of all the things that we're selling.
It
May
is.
it be
Yes, tama.
real estate, ginagawa na sa US yon, NFT sa real
Mhm.
estate, di ba? Or meron na rin tayong mga nakikita, mga fractional ownership ng kung ano-ano, may it be art, di ba? Or assets. Kunyari, meron kang property na malaki, you want na i-subdivide yon, tapos gusto mo ibenta. Kasi, you know, what blockchain and crypto is opening to you is you're now penetrating the clients na hindi lang sa Pilipinas, nasa ibang bansa. Di ba? So, ngayon sila, nakikita nila, sobrang mura ng properties dyan, sobrang mura ng ganito dyan, bibili ako. So you're bringing in money from outside the Philippines and it's going to contribute for sure. Malaki may tutulong nun sa growth ng Pilipinas as a country. And at the same time, para sa'yo, dati binabarat ka sa mga assets mo. Kunyari art yan o kaya property mo, binabarat ka, di ba? Kasi may middleman, may mga taong, hindi, ano lang yan, ganito lang yan. Pero sa kabila, kausap nila, mahal yung benta and stuff. It's fine. It's part of the job, no? That's
It
how they
is.
make
It
money.
is.
It's okay. It's okay kasi that's what they do eh. Pero for you, as someone who owns assets, no? Mas malaki na yung market na nape-penetrate mo. Hindi lang yung kapitbahay mo, hindi lang yung kaibigan mo. Now everybody in the internet pwede mong bentahan, 'di ba? So
Exactly. Kasi parang
that's
your
what
choices
yeah,
is parang wide din eh. Like it's a
true.
limitless range. Kasi in terms of dati, physical, kailangan mo pumunta pero di mo pa kaya. Tatawagan mo pa through phone. Tapos, pero ngayon, through simple chat, through simple this community, like you can meet a lot of people in any part of the world to be exact.
Correct, correct. And more to that, hindi na magiging it's going to be easy for you kahit saan ka. Kunyari nasa ibang bansa ka, 'di ba? And then bigla na lang may gustong bumili ng asset mo, 'di ba? Kahit anong asset mo 'yan, you can easily transact. Hindi na tulad dati na ay sige, kailangan natin pumunta ng Pilipinas, mag-sign off pa tayo, magkaroon tayo ng kontrata, ganito ganyan, 'di ba? It's gonna
Mm-hmm.
take much of your time, 'di ba? And it's gonna take yung effort, no? To process everything. But it doesn't mean you're eliminating it. Eh. You're just making it more efficient. No, you're just making it
Yes,
more
it
efficient.
is.
Yeah,
Parang yung contract na yon with a simple click, okay na.
true. That's it.
Nasa yun na yung asset na gusto mo na matagal mo nang inaasam. Parang ganoon.
Yes.
So yun, grabe. So yun, Nilio, yun yung maaring contribution of crypto dito sa Philippines. So let's move on sa ating next question. Galing na may kay Lumbay Kape. So since we've talked about knowledge, so ano yun daw yung first step para ma-utilize natin yung crypto and paano natin to i-improve from time to time? A follow-up question, at ano naman yung worst experience from crypto and paano po kayo, Sir Emman, naka-move on from that experience?
All right. So, for sure, if you join groups, no, first and foremost, yan, mapapansin nyo sa space, gusto niyo nang may kasama to trade. No? Parang gym buddies lang yan. Minsan gusto mo mag-gym, may kasabay ka kasi mas nagiging consistent ka. No? So, uh, when you learn about crypto, may mga ifa-follow ka dyan. Tapos minsan, when you're following them, meron sila mga sasabing projects na mga maganda for them. No? What I do is, I read about them. Kasi hindi ko masascan lahat yan eh. Ilang libong projects yan, di ba? Ilang daang libong projects yan. You cannot scan all the projects. So, what you do is, kung sino man yung pinagkatiwalaan mo na, who taught you, who educated you, kung meron man silang sinasabing mga projects, you take note of that. And what you do is, you read, no, from time to time, kunyari weekend or meron kang oras sa gabi, you read about the project. Don't get hyped. Huwag mong basahin yung mga messages ng mga tao. You read about the project first. Para nang sa ganon, hindi ka madadala sa emotions mo. Okay? So medyo mahirap kasi yun eh when you're trading, 'di ba? And you keep your emotions high, tapos nag-decide ka. Medyo irrational 'yun. Hindi 'yun something that you would be happy in the future. Kasi maaring mawalan ka ng pera or asset from that. And that is how I did it. So, meron akong mga sinaliang groups. Meron akong mga pinapanood na I would say mentors ko na sa trading because those are the people who helped me understand candlesticks first and foremost, patterns, di ba? So, meron silang mga sinasabing project but I don't take it na agad-agad, di ba? You have to read about it kasi I understand nga, meron akong checklist eh. So, I have to understand about the project, ganito, ganyan, ganyan. So, how do I do it? I do it at my free time. So, instead of playing, before playing ako, ngayon, I read about it. Di ba? Or minsan, while playing, when you read about it, kung yung kaibigan mo, kalaro mo is into crypto also, you could have a healthy discussion. Uy, alam mo ba yung project na ganito, ganyan? What do you think about it? Di ba? Or even sa community mo. If you're talking to them, chatting with them, even trading with them. Uy, may project ako nakita ganito. Di ba? Huwag mo solohin kasi minsan pag sinolo mo, kahit naintindihan mo na, baka mamaya may insight sin sila na maganda eh. Sorry. Na mapupulot mo. So, very important yon. Keep that into mind. And for me, yung worst experience ko doon was when I was doing it on my own. Yun nga, I just believe them, hinayaan ko lang. And to my dismay nga, hindi naging fruitful. Pero I understand it was partly my fault kasi I gave the money. Eh. Di ba? I trusted eh. And at the same time, at the end of the day, it was me who decided. So you cannot really tell na kasalanan nila or what. Kasalanan mo. And that's where, first and foremost, maaalala mo, maiisip mo na, okay, since kasalanan ko siya, ako yung kailangan mag-grow. Hindi sila. Ako yung kailangan matuto kasi ako yung nagkamali. Ako yung kailangan magbago kasi ako yung nagkamali.
Yun. So guys, you've heard it from Sir Eman himself on how he did move on from it. Talagang understand, realize yung mga mistakes or pagkukulang na nangyari doon sa in-embark mong journey sa crypto space or Web3 space. Kasi um, it will depend on how will you take it. Will you take it lightly or you will take it heavy? Heavy in a sense na parang dadamdam ka lang, you will not make, you will not do something agad about it. Tapos in terms of lightly naman, you will learn from that experience. Try to take 3 or 2 steps backward at para malaman mo on what went wrong and learn from that. So yun, grabe, napaka-insightful talaga Sir Eman. And I'm very thankful then sa community here in Board Pong Society under Facebook and Discord as well. And if you guys miss this, meron din tayo sa Spotify as well as sa ating YouTube. Don't forget that. And ayun, Sir Eman, thank you very much. Grabe. Napakagandang talk na nangyari for this episode 37 on the future of crypto here in the Philippines. Would you like to promote something or would you like our listeners to learn about you more or know about you more? You can say it live here po in Facebook Live.
All right, so we have a project na called Tetrix and Pitaka, and there are a few more pa along the way. So you could check out our Facebook and our social medias. So marami yan. So just look into Tetrix Network. And for our website, you can start with tetrix.xyz. And for our browser extension wallet, you could look into pitaka.io. So again, I encourage everyone to educate yourself muna, even if it's our project. Ayoko naman people just go there and then basically invest support or whatever just because I said so. But really looking forward to everybody growing in the space. So very early tayo. And it's really, I'm really happy and really glad na I'm seeing the generation from younger generation na-expand na eh. Parang yung family members natin sa bahay, minsan natutunan, may crypto dati. Huwag nyo ganyan, mag-focus kayo sa pag-aaral or mag-focus kayo sa ganito, sa yan, careers and whatnot, di ba? But now they're really opening their eyes because of communities like board punks, no? And looking forward to greater things, and for sure there are a lot of things that we can work on moving forward. So to
For
help the
sure.
community, to help each other, to grow and to also mature at the same time. Yeah.
Ayun. So, thank you very much, Sir Eman. So, guys, I guess our team members will be dropping down the link on the socials of Sir Eman as well as the projects of Pitaka and as well as Techtrix and our Discord or as well as here sa ating Facebook. If you would want to drop it, Sir Eman, you can gladly do so. So, ayun, talaga ang key point talaga for this episode number 37 is education. You must need to educate yourself on things that you are going to embark, you are going to try. Kaya, ayun, grabe. So we'll be sending it out sa ating general chat. And grabe again, Sir Eman, thank you very much for this experience, for this wonderful episode 37 of our podcast on things about crypto in the Philippines. Thank you very much po, Sir Eman. Thank you po.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dan. And keep safe, everyone. Bye-bye.
Yes, keep safe. Yun. So yun guys, and that concludes for our episode 37 ng ating Board Punks podcast. And don't forget, our Web3 website is coming near. Kaya sa mga gustong manood ng ating live demo or live demo slash testing ng Web3 website ng Board Punks, it would be happening this Monday, 8 p.m. So, itetest siya ng ating mga pioneers. Ayan. Sa mga gusto makita ng mismong layout, mismong UI on how things will happen on the website of Board Punks of Society, join us on Monday, 8 p.m. to Discord para malaman nyo on how things work and what would come next in Board Punks of Society. And don't forget, if you have a BPOS, you will have the card. At malalaman niyo yan, everything else, dun mismo sa ating website on the live testing with our pioneers on Monday, 8 p.m. Kaya yun. And thank you very much pa rin sa ating community partners na talagang sumusuporta sa vision ng Board Punks of Society. At hindi kami nagsasawang papasalamat sa mga taong to or sa mga grupong to, which are Crypto Chain PH, Real Deal Guild, Gabaos Cryptocurrency Signals, Supply, Eat Army Guild, CNG, NASA Esports, Sinag Esports, LPads, SL Notify, Z-Freaks Tribe, Playdex, and as well as Gemini Guild. Kaya guys, we are here to educate. We are here to thrive. And we are here. Kaya thank you very much. Good night and have a great day. Bye.